Hi everyone, and welcome to Ed Talk. This is the show where we talk about things that relate to our schools and education systems here in Nevada County. Today, we're going to be talking about a great event that is held up by our Foster Youth Services team. I have three wonderful guests here. I have Morgan Welty-Geisick, who is sitting here with me, and then we're going to bring on Edward Peterson and wrap it up with Amara They're going to talk to you about the Raise Them Up event that is taking place this month here in Nevada County. So Morgan, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. I know how busy you are. Morgan works in my office and does a fantastic job, as I mentioned, in youth services. With that, though, specifically, can you tell our audience, what is your role in the office and what do you do?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here. I'm happy to be here. And I am an ILP and THP Plus case manager, which means that I serve in the independent living program, which is our 16 to 18-year-old or 21-year-old former foster youth independent classes. So we do classes monthly, and I'm also a case manager for our Transitional Housing Plus program. So we do help with all things that they need. So
all things, yeah,
all
absolutely.
Things, of course, up to the age of 25. So
which is great.
Yeah, and that
amazing
was extended
safety net.
recently.
Yeah,
yes,
when kids
so we're very
finish
happy.
high school. That's
absolutely.
But besides that, we're here to talk about the Raise Them Up event that is coming up in March. So let's tell our audience.
Yeah.
That's right. This
month.
is May already.
This month,
wow.
Yeah, we're
Thank
ready
you.
for it.
Catching it wrong month that starts with M. So let's go over the event details. Kind of the, who, what, where, when, and why.
What, where, when, and why. Let me just start by saying that the Raise Them Up Fair started last year. Foster Youth Services got some grant funding and paired that with Child Welfare's grant funding so that we could not only acknowledge the May Foster Care Awareness Month, but also because we have this big piece of recruitment that we need. We need to find some folks who live here in Nevada County who are ready and willing to help the foster care community.
Yeah, and what a critical role that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we decided to put this on, and we're not a silo. We don't do this alone. So what we do is we work with all of our community partners to meet all of the unique needs of foster youth. So when we were talking about that, we thought we need everyone to come together and do this one event together and show the community that they're not alone. If they can step up and do something in foster care, we're there to help and come see what we can offer here.
Right.
This is a great community that gets together and serves our youth. So that is why we named
That's
it
the
Raise
why,
Them Up.
and I did get to attend last year, and it was fantastic.
Thank
and
you
we're
for
planning on
coming,
this being a yearly event.
Yes, we are.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And let's go through the other details of the event, where it is, when it is, the hours, those things.
Well, it is a full 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. event at Twin Cities Church, which are one of our most dedicated partners. We are just absolutely so thankful for Twin Cities always. They're hosting, their volunteers are helping us cook the food. Wow. So we're offering free everything.
We got food as well.
Of course we do. Everyone gets fed.
Right, good.
Which is delicious, by the way. SPD is usually going to be the ones to supply us with our hamburgers and hot dogs.
A lot of local partnerships.
Absolutely it is. We try to keep it as local as possible because that's what we do here.
Good.
And it's going to be on May 20th, a Saturday, and we're going to have it just set up. Anytime you want to come, you can. Later in the show, Ed is going to talk to us about some of the event activities that are going on.
Specifics, okay.
So I won't.
So you want to take his thunder. Good.
And so May 20th, Saturday, please come. Bring people. Just come and get your questions answered.
All right, 10 to 2. Great.
10 to 2.
Now with that, so saying, attending, who should attend? What is the audience that you're trying to reach in this event?
Several different audiences, and I'm really glad that you asked me that because I want to bring that up. We are not only appreciating and acknowledging the current foster parents and resource parents that we have. If you hear those terms, they do mean the same thing. A resource
parent
and foster parents are the same. We're trying to evolve with the world, with the way that it evolves, right? So Yes, we're going to acknowledge that. We have gift cards and raffles. All of our licensing agencies are going to be there. So they're going to be able to give gift cards and raffles to the current foster parents that they have.
Okay, so we want current foster parents to be there, or resource parents.
Yes. Also, post-adoptive. So when people go through a system like this and they adopt their children, then they kind of feel like, okay, well, I'm done, in this system.
Right.
Well, no, never. Like, you're our people. We're all together in this. So come. If you have adopted kids, please come. Bring them, bring your family, and enjoy the day. We also have something called a kin care. And that can be a lot of different things. So if you're raising a relative or a friend of a relative, or just somehow you became the caretaker and guardian for someone else, please come. Because there are some hidden gems in our county that we want to get out there. We have a kin care support group that we host through Foster Youth Services. We would love to have you get the calendar for that. We have events that we will have signups for, so summer camps, tutoring.
Oh, good. You can sign up to some kids right then and there.
Oh, absolutely, right there. There's a lot of services that are kind of in there for kin care and that aren't always well known. So we want to get the word out there for that. Okay. And then, of course, current and former foster youth.
Right, attend. And I'm sure also you're looking to show any potential foster parents or resource parents about what the program is, what they can do, and what the support network is that follows them.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's a huge piece. It's a recruitment piece because we're already going to our schools, dropping our kids off. We're already going to soccer games, dropping our kids off, picking them up. And guess what? There's some other folks in there that might need some of that too. Yeah. Or if you're not really capable right now to foster or be a resource parent, that's okay. There's other opportunities for people to serve
kind
in
of
this
a soft
community.
Entrance into this.
Yes, there's CASA working, which is a court-appointed special advocate. There's also respite care that's we're in dire need of for trips and vacations that maybe don't align with schedules. So there's a lot of opportunity and volunteer opportunities for the summer camps and different things like that. So
wow, okay. So there's a lot of things that people can come up if they just are interested. They could sign up. Obviously, you can't sign up and get in that day. There's a whole process to go through.
There is.
But it gets their name on a sheet to be contacted about that.
Yes.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Now, Foster Care Awareness Month.
Yeah.
That is May.
It's May.
Yes, I'm not mistaken. We are just at the beginnings of it. So tell me a little bit about Foster Care Awareness Month, because that plays into this, obviously, and why you're holding this event in the month of May.
Yes, we so appreciate our foster parents and resource families. They change the lives of the youth in our community and in our nation, and we just want to say thank you so much for everyone who's already set up and doing what you do. Thank you. Let's raise them up together. Let's do that.
All right. Very cool. And then the last thing before we bring on Edward and Amara to tell us a little bit more about it, you mentioned the Independent Living Program, or ILP, our program and students. Can you tell us a little bit about that in a couple minutes? What is that for our viewers? It's a great program, and I think they'd be really interested in hearing about it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a class that we host monthly, twice a month, and we work in tandem with Children's Behavioral Health to host also like what we call a teen talk. It's kind of a safe space for processing. Like, this is a special, unique group of folks, right, who get to experience the world in a different way. And so we get to walk alongside them in this independent living program and teach them little things about life and daily living skills and budgeting and, maybe some of those things that you must have. But also we get together and we do fun things, and we go to like the Ed Summit. We currently have a panel of youth who are talking back to our community, our school, working on LCAP goals, as well as...
Which is for our audience, Local Control Accountability Plan.
Thank you so much.
Key piece of our schools with community input.
Yes, and working with child welfare to talk to the up and coming resource parents who are being trained. So they're talking about what they need in the home and what their voices are being used for today. So
that's great.
Yes, the independent living program has been amazing, and youth stay in it until they're 21. We can also help support them with driver's ed and financial pieces to graduations and different things
Things like that.
That we can just fill gaps, making sure that the road is a little bit more smooth on the way to adulthood.
Which is always helpful for anybody as they're growing up. Two last questions that just occurred to me. The first one is number of foster students or foster youth in our county right now, just roughly where are we at?
We're at about 159 with current and former foster youth, meaning ages 0 all the way up to 26.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And we serve them all.
And serve them all, yes, which
absolutely.
is great. And a wide range.
And they serve us, and they'll be here at the Raise Them Up Fair on May 20th.
Right.
10 to 2. They will be there. Come see them, ask them about their life, ask them about their experience. They're ready, they're willing to help us.
And last thing for any adult out there going, I think I may want to sign up for maybe a resource parent or respite care or a CASA worker or anything you mentioned. Qualifications are probably going to, I need any special qualifications.
Not to get started.
Okay.
Not to get started. Come talk to us. All 3 licensing agencies will be here, and they will be available for those questions. At least come, get your feelers out there, start talking to people, and then we can go from there.
Like they don't need a background in education from a former teacher or a master's in education or anything like this. It's really, so you're looking at the individual, if you're a good fit. Yes.
Yes, and we'll go from there.
Well, fantastic. Well, Morgan, thank you very much. I think what we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick station break, and when we come back, we're going to have Edward Peterson with us and talking a little bit more about some of the activities that you kind of gave us a teaser on.
Oh, yes, I did.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Morgan. All right, welcome back to Ed Talk. We are talking about the Raise Them Up event that's coming up this March 20th. With me is Edward Peterson. Edward is going to tell us a little bit more of the specifics as far as activities at the event. But first, Edward, what is your role in the program?
Well, I'm Edward Peterson. I'm a youth mentor for foster youth, part of the ILP or Independent Living Program, trained and certified within mental wellness, and I've been within the foster system for just about 10 years, meaning a lot of people look at that as a negative. I look at it as more as it gives me a lot of understanding since I've been in the system for a while.
I would think it only is a positive myself. Yeah.
Some people may not, but I certainly do because it gives me that experience to help and give more information to any of the youth or anybody else that's getting into the program or has been in for a little bit.
Right. Okay. And I mean, the title is kind of self-evident, but what exactly do you do? How often do you meet with foster youth?
Every so often, whenever there's an ILP session, or I am there, or if there's any other assistance I can provide to them, meaning if there's a particular youth that has a similar experience to me, or if there's any that are having kind of a rough time depending on the situation, I can make myself available to come talk to them or give them space or give suggestions to troubles that they may be having. If they're having a particularly rough day, I can just offer, hey, I'm here, let's just go take a walk.
Yeah, I'm an ear for you. Tell me what's going on. Nice.
Or just be around because they just want somebody around, even if they don't necessarily want to talk right then and there.
Right. Very good. Very good. Well, let's get into the Raise Them Up event. We had Morgan tell us. She kind of gave the teaser. She gave us the big overview of it, but at the event. So give us some of the activities that are going on. What are people going to see there besides signing up and learning more about the roles that are critical in the community?
Gotcha. Well, there's going to be a number of vendors there that are going to give information, but that's going to be for Amara's bit. My bit is going to be about one of the big things we're going to have there is going to be free lunch for everybody that comes down.
Everybody loves free lunch.
Of course. It's going to be a mixture of food. I know there's going to be hot dogs, burgers, and quite a few other items there that are going to be available for everybody. There's going to be a number of carnival games, just stuff for everybody to do that's fun.
Okay, good. Carnival games are good. I like those.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a good mixture. People for all ages can participate in those, obviously. There's going to be a bounce house that I know there is going to be somewhat of an age limit, but
they really need an adult bounce house, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I understand. It's for the kids, for the younger kids. Yes,
of course.
Yes.
And we are going to have people monitoring it, so it is going to be
safe.
Of course.
Right.
There's going to be face painting that's going to be there. Okay. That one's going to be available for all ages, and I think we're going to have maybe 2 booths there for the face painting, so there won't be a backup of lines.
So we don't have a big line at one of them. Good.
No, because that's usually one of the most popular.
Very popular at any event, a face painting. Yeah,
of course.
Great. Yeah.
And I know there's going to be one person there particularly that's very proficient, so they can go a little elaborate with some of the face paintings.
Very good.
I know Ophir Hill is going to be there. Ophir Hill Fire Department. They have agreed to donate one of their engines and some of their crew for the day to basically do a walk around, answer any questions that anybody would have for them, and I believe give a small demonstration on the capabilities of their engine, or at least some of their
kids love that.
Yeah, of course.
Some adults do too, but we pretend.
Anybody is interested in fire or anything like that, it's always fun. And then we're going to have A to Z Reptile, which is a reptile rescue organization, come down and do 2 reptile shows for the day, one at 11:30 and 1 o'clock.
Great.
Which is about going to be lunchtime. Right. And then there's going to be quite a number of reptiles that they're going to be showing off. Snakes, some monitor lizards that they have, all different species and breeds, essentially.
Right. Great. That's a lot to pack in 4 hours.
Yeah, but it's going to be a good amount. It's going to be a great event. I've been a part of it a few times, and it's always gone off fairly well. Everything is going to be free for all that attend.
Good. Good. Well, Edward, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right,
on.
we're going to take a quick station break again, and then we're going to have Amara come in and tell us a little bit more about our partners.
Thank you to Stiefel Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer a higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.stiefel.com.
Welcome back to Ed Talk. We are now talking with Amara Sharp. Amara is going to tell us a little bit more of the details of the Raise Them Up event that's taking place March 20th at Twin Cities Church here in Grass Valley. You're going to go over vendors and partners with us. Yeah. So, Amara, first, what do you do in the foster youth services world?
Well, I'm a youth ambassador. I went to foster care probably 6 years ago, I think, and then I became a part of ILP, the Independent Living Program, probably around like a year ago. And now I get to share my voice and for hopes of change, and I get to go to meetings and just kind of share my experience and have an input on the foster system.
That's great. I always love student voices. That is the most important thing. So thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. So now, back to the Raise Them Up event. We've got our partners, our vendors. Can you tell us a little bit more about them?
Yeah. Our licensing agencies for foster parents are Child Welfare Services, FA Family Services, and the Stanford Sierra Youth Families.
All 3 great groups. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of the vendors to expect are like Juvenile Probation will be there, Girl Scouts of America.
Right, I know Juvenile Probation is there. People don't understand I think some people look at probation in a negative connotation. Yeah. And it's amazing all the positive programs they have. They would much rather deal with positive behaviors and the things they can do to help out. So I just want to clear that with our audience, because you know that, I know that, but they may not know that. Yeah. So sorry, go ahead. You were saying Girl Scouts, I think, was the last we had there. The Girl Scouts going to be there. Yeah. Great.
Foster youth service camps and tutoring.
Good.
Yeah. And sign-up sheets on site for tutoring, summer camps, summer bridge program, and other upcoming events.
Good. Which is coming up really quickly. You gotta get signed up before they fill up. Yeah.
And ILP will be there. The
Good.
Independent Living Program. That one is amazing.
I'll bet. Good.
Children's Behavioral and Health.
They'll be there.
Yeah.
Another great group that helps a lot of our kids out and parents in the county. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think that's
Those are the big ones.
Yeah. Oh, and CASA.
And CASA, which we put Morgan spoke about that at the beginning. Yeah, another great group. We need the voice, speaking for the rights of our students in our schools, and just wonderful people step up like that. Well, that's great. I'm sure you're excited about the event. As we tape the show, it's still a couple weeks out, kind of fine-tuning everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything else you'd like to tell the audience or that about either the event or what you do as a youth ambassador?
Well, just a big thank you to Twin Cities for hosting our event and providing the food.
Yeah, they really are a wonderful organization to work with. They're just giving and to support this and provide volunteers. It's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Well, great. Well, Amara, thank you for coming on. I want to thank you. I want to thank Edward, who's on before you, and Morgan, who spoke about this great program. Again, reminding our audience, this is going to be May 20th, not March, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, even though I truly do know what month it is, at Twin Cities Church, 10 to 2 p.m. Hope to see you all there. Thanks, everybody, and have a wonderful day.